Stanley Rother. He's from Oak Ridge, Oklahoma. And he served this church and he learned to heal Mayan language. And this priest, he did the mass in Mayan language. A lot of the people, they were happy to have a priest. They can understand what he's talking about. Then after the mass, this priest, he stands in front of the church. I was 8 years old and we shake hand with him and we kiss his hand. It's an honor because we feel he has a lot of blessing. And this priest, he lived here in Santiago, Atitlan, and he did construction work and also he's a farmer. And he was growing corn and beans and oat for the poor people. And he built a small clinic beside this church. He called this Clinica of Santiaguito. A lot of the poor people, they can't afford to buy medicine, and he will send the people into the clinic to get some free medicine. And then this priest, he tried many ways how he can help the poor people. And he built a co-op for men's, and he gave them a small loom, and it's a foot loom. They wove some kind of a piece of a cloth, like what you see here. It's pink color. They call it estole. And he sends it to the United States. When it gets sold, he gives to the poor people, make sure the children, they have enough to eat, they have medicine, they have education. That's what the priests doing living here in Santiago. When I was growing up, it was a lot of men. They have to leave this village. They go work into the coast picking for rich Guatemalan farmers. They pick cotton, and they will get paid 20 quetzales for 1 month of work. The men themselves, they come back, they're malnutrition. And then so a lot of the children has been left here. They're starving, they don't have enough food, like 1 egg for 5 children or 8 children. But then this priest, he made a soup kitchen where every lady, they can come give food to the children, they can receive some breakfast. By the time he comes for lunch, because he worked outside this village, he's a farmer, a lot of the old age people stand up in line. When he has a huge table in his kitchen, then he fed the old mans. And that's what the priest's doing, living here in Santiago. And he was looking for donation in US. Then he bought a big piece of land outside this village. Then he formed a co-op. Each man received a piece of land where they can grow corn and food for their children. Because only rich Guatemalan farmers, like Spanish, they own coffee plantation, but not the Mayan. And that's why he formed this co-op, make sure the Mayan people, they're not starving, they have enough to eat. And that's what the priest doing, living here in Santiago. Then he finds some more donation. Then he built a hospital for the poor people. That way they don't have to go across the lake or go to the city because the road is not paved. By the time people get there, they die. And that's why he built a hospital here in outside this village. And that's what this priest doing, helping this community, poor or rich or not Catholic or evangelical. It doesn't matter, as long as people, they have enough to eat, they have a good health. That's what the priest is doing. But then when the war started in 1980, the army, they're starting to protect, like when he's doing the mass, they cover in front of the church. After the mass, and the army, they grab the teenager boys, they throw them in the back of the truck, they beat them so hard to become a soldier. And after they get trained, and they kill the Quiche Mayan, the Tzutujiles, like the Quiche, they kill the Tzutujiles. Not the Spanish, not the people killing each other, just the indigenous tribe killing each other. And that's why one day our priest, what he did, he let the woman out, but not the young man. And the army, they came in front of the door of the church. They say, why you let the woman out, not the young man? And the priest answered, the reason I'm not letting the young man, because what you're doing is wrong. And your people, they don't need machine guns. They need food, medicine, education. That's what the priest is telling the army. And the army, they answered back, why do you talk like that? You are not Mayan. That's what they told the priest. And the priest answered, that's true, I'm not Mayan, but God sent me here to help your people. That's the only words he says. But then the army, they were very angry. They didn't kill the priest that day. But then one night, 3 months later, they came in. Was his bedroom. They came into this room. They assassinated him. They tortured him. They pulled his heart. And some of the people from here, the local women, they picked the heart, they put him in a jar, waiting for the family of Stanley to come see what they say. And the family says, whatever you think, but then the people say here, we want the heart to be buried here inside the church, because he gave his life, his love for all of his friends in Santiago Atitlan. Then that's what's happening, and they buried the heart and they took the body in Oklahoma, where he's from. He was very kind, friendly, and he was my friend when I was a young girl, and he saved my life. When I was 8 years old, I was malnutrition, and his help, probably I'm not here now, but he gave me food and vitamin. With his help, not just me, but lots of other children, he gave them education and he gave them helps. With his help, it still continues till now. A lot of their young before, their children before, that they become teacher, they become nurse, they become doctors, they become mayor of the village with this Stanley's help. That's why a lot of the young people before, but now they have a better homes for their family with Stanley's help. And that's why in 2017, he became a saint. And they take the heart inside the church, and they take some of his blood, and they turn to a Eucharist, like it's some of his blood here. And that's why a lot of the people, they come here now, and this room is not a bedroom now, and he sees some friends in U.S., and they turn to the chapel. In 81, when he got killed, in July 28. I was living in the States at that time. I missed him, I was crying, I hurt my wrist. I don't believe it. An army come and kills a good person. And he was the only one. It's a saying here like, you're the only one. We don't want you to get lost, or we don't want you to go for a long way, because you're the only one. Because that's true. It's like, you're the only one, I'm the only one. No one else is. We have a different knowledge, we have a different thoughts, and that's why we missed this priest. And they were gonna shoot a bullet through his head, but the bullet didn't go through the head, it went through the ground. That's what they put that box there, his glasses, it's a bullet holes there. And this priest, he was very honored about the Mayan religion brotherhoods, and they give him a scarf. This is one of his scarf, and in his funeral, he took one with him. It's a picture of him here. And one is left here, this scarf carrying all of the knowledge, Mayan ancestors' knowledge. It's like this color brown represents the earth. The color red represents sunrise, it represents our blood. And the color like black and white, those is the corn seeds of the corn. And the green represents the forest, nature. And the orange represents the past of the Father, Son. And the color blue, that represents the sky, and also the color of the lake. That's what this scarf represents. He's very, very honored because he really accepts the Mayan traditional. He never prohibit. He walked with the Mayan procession. He did the mass with the Mayan. He's a very kind and friendly person. And he walked, when I was a young girl, I sang as a Catholic song, and then lots of other group of Mayan traditional singer. And then we have two groups and we walked together with this priest. That's why we honor him, we pray to him. It's like a lot of things going on here, like drug problem, alcoholism, people drink. Then we ask the priest, like, he can communicate with God and bless this village and bless all of us. We are here. Yeah. Then if you like to take a walk, and it's a blood stains, like after they kill the priest, they wipe their hand under that window where you see the glasses. That's what the army did. You can walk around and take a picture if you have a question.
I have a question. Why do you cover your head?
Just to honor.
Oh.
Just to honor. It's like the yarmulke from here. Him. Yes.
Hmm.